We're Karen and Bo Christensen, a Danish-American couple who met in Germany in 2016. Bo is an airline pilot, and Karen is a freelance advertising creative director. In late 2022, we bought Château de La Tuilerie in Martel, France, and are working to make it a bed and breakfast and wedding destination fit for a queen. Welcome to Queen's Escape. All right, so I'm going to give the new duvet cover for the Margrethe room a nice iron, and I turned the iron way down because the last time I tried to iron one of these duvet covers, put a hole right through it. And I wrote to the company and I said, hey, I ironed the pillowcase and put a hole into it. And they said, you don't have to iron our stuff, it's iron free. No, it comes with creases in it, and even if you wash it, you still have to iron it after it's in use, and it kind of gets used to not having a crease in it. I agree, you don't have to iron it. I think I have, just to be sure. They were their best. Or steam them, on the bed with the hand steamer. That works okay. Cheers. So I love the bedspread. Actually, I really do love it. When I was ironing, it was as smooth as glass. It was really pretty, and it's pretty on the bed. These aren't right anymore, and that's okay. We can get to that later. But for now, we've got gray and this maroon color in the rug, and we've got gray towels. So it kind of works. And then I see this mirror more in the Himiko room anyway, and maybe we go with like a gray or silver mirror in here. Gotta think about this room. Gotta think about it. Yep. But I like this because it's really going to differentiate it from the Eleanor room, and that's what I was going for. And I'm so glad I had time to do it before the guests check in for 2 nights. So I was just updating our Margrethe room on the website with the proper silver blanket now. So it will match what people see on the website when they come to the chateau, and I like it. I think it's good, but what I like most of all is that it puts a little bit of difference between, you see Margrethe and you're like, oh, silver, and then you see Eleanor and it's a pinky, a dark pinky pink color. And so you get to really see the difference between these two rooms. Before, when this one was red and this one was pinky pink, they looked really similar. But now you got silver, pink, blue, gold, and tealy gold. So I like that it's differentiated a little bit better, because people aren't going to call them by their names. They're going to go, oh, the blue bed, the pink bed, the silver bed. So that helps a lot. And got it fixed up here on the landing page where people come to first if they happen to come into our website in this way. And so you've got Margrethe there, and that's good. And then got it updated on booking. So when you look at booking.com, you will see, I hate how they do it, but they have it like this. I wish they just showed the rooms, it's super stupid that they do it this way. But if you look at the photos and you look in the rooms, you see Eleanor here, okay, Cleopatra's here, and this is actually Margrethe, but this is Himiko, this is Catherine, and then I guess it's at the end. I might reorder that listing a little bit. Oh, I think I have to add it to this one. So I'll add some of the Margrethe photos to the main listing because it's not coming up there. See, we just discovered that together. Yeah, so this is the main page, and that's right. No, it is here. It's just in the end. I'll just move it up some. Yeah, we want to have some room pictures up a little sooner. There we go. Let's get this one up there. Let's get it up a little higher. Maybe here. There we go. Cool. All right, so that was fun. Let's put that back. Anyway, so the point is that it's there, you know, for people to make sure that they're seeing. So that's the Eleanor room. Queen room. Here we go. Yeah, they're seeing the right thing when they come to the site, and then the room matches what they see on the website when they arrive. For me, the sooner we can replace these curtains, the better, because the red and the white kind of bugs me with the silver now. So, of course, you know, I mean, I can't do anything about these curtains here right now, you know, the red and the white. In time, we can do something about them, and the chairs have the red in them, and they're really good chairs. So that's okay, you know, but we can do something about this, you know, right on top of each other, red and white and silver. So here's what I looked at. White, a white sheer curtain, kind of like mosquito nets, but kind of dreamy, you know. I mean, these are really inexpensive on Amazon, but with a gray bed cover, they really look cute. I think it's really sweet, and it just goes over sort of the top of the bed, so you see it drapes over the top here. Let's see if I could show you. Yeah, it drapes on the top and just hangs down on the corner, so I just need to secure it here in each of the corners, which I kind of like that. And so look what I found. Look at these little silver daisy curtain tiebacks. And why I love these is because Margrethe, Queen Margrethe of Denmark, her nickname is Daisy. So isn't that beautiful? I love it. And not expensive, you know, but it will be a thoughtful touch, I think, for that room. So I got the netting to go over the Margrethe bed, and it's vacuum packed. That's really solid. But it came with its own ties, which is kind of cool. I didn't know it came with ties. Okay, I have the netting on the bed, and I haven't steamed it or anything yet. I might do that. Yeah, because just to get the creases out, but I like it. I think it's kind of dreamy. Yeah, I think it's pretty, really pretty with the silver. Of course, it came with 0 instructions on how to put it up, but I think it's pretty. I think it's really pretty. Here are the daisy curtain holders that came for the Margrethe room. I have to say, these are not in any way adjustable. They're just metal. So it has to be the girth of the curtain that stops it from sliding down. And I don't think those mosquito nets are really gonna hold these up, but we'll see. Alright, I'm just seeing if this little daisy curtain holder is gonna work without some sort of rigging. I am doubtful of that. It's just too big. Pretty. It's really pretty, but well, actually it does work. It works, but let's see. No? Well, it works. Okay. Well, I'll show you how that looks. Looks pretty. I wonder if it falls to the ground. Ultimately, I guess it would. But I could put them around these poles and then it would only go that far down. If it doesn't break it to do it. Let's see. Don't want to break it. Oh yeah, you can do it like that. Definitely works. They're delicate though. Oh, they're delicate. To be really careful. Shit, I heard Bo outside. That's pretty. That's how they look. I like them. Very nice. You can see. So here are the daisies. The daisy curtain holders. And Margrethe, because her nickname is Daisy. And they look really pretty. I was worried they weren't going to hold up. They do. And if they fall, they'll only fall to where the cross beam is, and that's okay. Aren't they gorgeous? I think it adds something, you know, it's a touch. And in the end, we'll have lots of little touches and Good afternoon. So last week we had a surprise visit from the French Fraud Commission, which scared the pants off of me because I believe we're doing everything right, but they kind of scared me when they came to the door and they told me who they were. And I also got a little bit unsure if maybe it was a scam or something like that, and they were seeking personal information. So I sort of demanded their IDs at the door, and they showed me their IDs, and I said, okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this. And they said, no, that's impossible. You cannot take a picture of our IDs. And I said, okay, but I don't know who you are. I don't know you. And you didn't call me and tell me you were coming. And so then one of them produced his personal card, and I just compared it to their professional IDs, and everything seemed to be in order. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm overreacting. So let them come in, and we sat down at the table, and they had printouts of our website in their hands. And I was like, ooh, okay, what's going on? And I began to sort of think, did we do everything legally that we need to do? We put the prices in the rooms of how much each room costs, because the previous owner told us you have to do that. And I thought we'd done everything, but they gave me a list of things that we needed to do to be compliant. Now, so when I took my legal class earlier in the year, restaurants had to display their prices on the front window and in the lobby of their restaurants. But they didn't say that Chambre de Hôtes had to do that, so I hadn't done it. But they said, okay, you need to have the room prices displayed on like the front desk of the check-in area, which would be our front room out there, and also in the window. So that's easy enough to do. And then they reminded me of something we wanted to do anyway, which was to make sure that the site was in French. And so that was on my to-do wall. My father-in-law actually suggested it, and it's a good idea, and I just hadn't got around to it, and it's very simple to do. So I downloaded a plugin that where we can they just have to tap it, and then the whole site is translated into French. And then I went ahead and added German and Danish and Spanish and Italian and several other languages, Arabic, where we get guests, and the main languages I think that we would want for people to be able to read. And if anybody has a special request, I'm happy to add your language too. And then a tough one was that we needed to have our confirmation emails and invoices in French. So within the theme for WordPress, which is our website look and feel, I had not personally been able to figure out how to update our invoices. So I was doing them manually whenever someone requested one, because it wasn't too often. But I needed to go in and figure out, okay, how can I make all communications and invoices bilingual, French and English basically. And so today I sat down and did some research, and I was able to figure out how to do it. It's not simple. Of course it's not simple. There is not a hey, click and everything's translated into this other language. Had to do it manually, but finding the place within the WordPress theme page to do those things was the hard part. But I was able to go and study the software that we have to be able to find the place where then I can go in and make our invoices super long to make sure we had to add our cancellation policy to the invoice, which sounds like good practice actually. It's on our website, and she knew it was on our website, one of the ladies who is here. But now I've been able to add it to the invoice both in French and in English, and I won't put it on the confirmation emails. I could, I could put it on the confirmation emails, actually. I think I will. I'll put it on the confirmation emails. So that's something I was able to do, yay. And that was the biggest hurdle, the one where I was sitting there going, I have no idea how we're going to do this, because I'm certain that there's no way to just switch a button that does that. And then they said, so we, on the back of the doors in each room, we have also a list of the prices of the rooms to stay in. And I redid those, you know, and it's just like the prices for the rooms, you know, in the different seasons, because we have one price on the weeknight and I have one price on the weekends, and then we have one price in the high, I'm just dropping everything. We have one price in the high season, and then we have one price in the low season. So I have a nice grid of that information, but it needed to be in French and in English. So that I did not have. I had high season written as high season, and it needs to be written as off season. It needed to be written as, I'm going to say it wrong, haute saison, jour de la semaine. So weekday in the high season, haute season. And then off season, it would be hours. It doesn't say off season. Anyway, complicated. It's in French. So that's the important thing. So I had to do that. And then that was really it. We were compliant in every other way. And I took them to the rooms and showed them that I had the, for example, I have some information in each room, you know, if people want to order a Coke or something like that, and just some things that they always ask questions about. I had that in English and in French, so that was good, but they pointed out the things that needed to be transcribed. So that's it. And so what happens next is they will send me a message to remind me of all the things that they just told me to do. And then from that, that will come, and then they will send a second letter confirming everything, because we can talk back and forth after the first email. And then they'll send me a second letter, and then I have 1 month to get everything done. So I'm going to have everything done long before that, but then they're going to come again and do a second visit, and then everything needs to be in order. So just doing a little bit of laminating for the messages which go on the back of the doors in the rooms, which is about the check-in and check-out times, and you know, the rationale that we need to prepare for other guests, and the password, and then of course if they need some help to call me. And we just needed to have these both in French and English, and in this case I lead with French because most of our guests are French. And I tell you what, this little laminating machine is coming so handy for me. So we'll get those in the guest rooms as soon as possible. Well, I was putting up the new signage on the back of the doors, and we have one nail casualty. Aww, how sad. I mean, it popped right off evenly along the end there. How sad. So on our little website, it's appearing right now in French. And everything in French. This was a very easy fix. It was just a matter of adding a plugin that allows you to change the language to whichever you like. So we have then French, English, German, Italian, Danish, because that just sort of seemed like it made sense to do, and a number of others, just to be a little bit more representative of the people that we might have visiting with us. You see. So that was a really easy fix. At the front of the chateau, we placed the room prices in the reception area here, as well as all of any information for anything that we charge for. And we have our refreshments, which is the only other thing we charge for in the chateau, prominently placed in the reception area. And then in compliance on the front door, we have the price list here as well. And then we have our arrival and departure hours in both French and in English. Now, our invoices, the system that we use to book our rooms does not allow for everything to be in French. So what I've done is gone in and edited in the program what it says. So here, you know, I was able to put both the French and the English for the guest invoice. And then also where we have English for what fills in the form, what I was able to do was to add a translation for every single word that might appear in this form, you know, as a sort of an addendum, so that it's clear if anybody has any questions what these words mean. So that's all there. And then I was able to include our cancellation policy in French and in English as an addendum, which should satisfy the request. And then I made it automatic that every guest who books, as long as they book on the website, they get this. And if you book on booking.com, then they have their own version of this anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. Then in all of the rooms, to our one of our dark rooms. In all of the rooms, we have, of course, the price list, just as we do on the front door and in the entryway. And then we just have any communications that we share with people in both French and in English. So here, for example, it's about the check-in and check-out times and the Wi-Fi, and if you need any help, to call Karen, essentially. And in addition to that, just any communication we have in the room, like how to work the heaters, needs to be in French and English. And so that's an easy thing to fix. And we already had our refreshment list in French and in English. So easy peasy. So I just sent the proof of all of the changes that we made at the chateau to be compliant with the fraud department yesterday. You know, they came in July and they sent us the letter in August, beginning of August, which is our busiest month. I mean, busiest month. We had 106 bookings. And it's the worst possible time, really, for them to send a letter all in French and expect a quick response. But they did. Doesn't matter. We had already made most of the changes that we needed to make in July. I just hadn't sent them a letter back with all the proof. So today I got a certified letter threatening me with fines if I didn't do the changes right away. I really, that feels bad, you know, but certainly they sent the letter before they got my response. So, okay, you know. So I sent them another email just now responding to the certified threatening letter to let them know we already made the changes and reattaching all the proof so they can see it. And I hope she writes me back today from the emails that I've sent her, because that's 2 now, and I would like to know that they got it. But if I don't hear back, I'm gonna give her a call. That's not a friendly way to start the day. Y'all, I'm here at the baguette machine. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I think I'll get 2. Just to show you what I'm dealing with here. I forgot it's Sunday and it's Bastille Day and all the stores are closed. So I'm here at the baguette automated machine to see if I can get a baguette. Nope. This week on Patreon, Karen prepares the Elizabeth room platform for the arrival of our new king-size bed. Beau begins his long-desired project of creating pathways in the garden with our friend Bertrand of Chateaubriand. And we begin repainting our spiral staircase.